Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining today. We're going to be chatting with Tatum Spalding and Erik Mehr of Avenue Bellevue. Avenue Bellevue is a brand new luxury community that's going to be completed on later this fall, and it's comprised of two towers. You have the Residence Tower, which is 25 stories tall, and then you have the Estates Tower, which is 26 stories tall, and that also has the Intercontinental Hotel. And then there's a beautiful walkway in between the buildings, which they're coining as the Avenue, which will have several dining options, shopping, and just an overall beautiful landscape place to hang out and be outside. So really looking forward to chatting with them more about the community. Thank you, Tatum and Erik, for jumping on here with me to chat about Avenue Bellevue. I just wanted to kind of get a summary of how things are going, and maybe if you want to kind of start just by talking about, generally a summarization of the project in general.
Yeah, so for folks that aren't familiar with the project, it's located what I call, the heart of downtown Bellevue. So we're located on Bellevue Way and Northeast 8th, right across from Crate and Barrel and Nordstrom at Bellevue Square Mall. So I think, amazing location. And the project is quite large. It consists of two towers and an additional 30,000 square feet of retail. So what we've got is Avenue Estates, which is 141 condominium homes sitting on top of a 208 room Intercontinental Hotel. Mm-hmm. So for the most part, Avenue Estates are quite large. Average sizes for that building in the condo side are about 1,450 square feet. Mm-hmm. So that's average. We have homes, well over 3,000 square feet. Standard homes, over 2,000 square feet. We have some one-bedroom homes that are around 1,000 square feet. So they're quite large. But again, only 141 homes. It's a 26-story tower. Most of the residential units are on floors 11 through 26. We have a handful down below with big patios. So that's Avenue Estates. That is super fancy, super luxury. Amazing finishes inside the homes, 10-foot ceilings, large patios, and the unique exterior to the building. The patios shift to form a curve to the building. If you look up on it, it's pretty amazing, very unique product. Mm-hmm. The second tower we have is Avenue Residences, and that's sort of the baby brother. It's a 25-story tower with 224 residential units. There is no other component to it. There's a small retail space at the base, but it's a straight condo tower with all of its own amenities within that building, the gym and the owner's lounge and dog runs and all those things are self-contained within each tower. And it's a little bit smaller, more traditional, not new condos, small like you see in downtown Seattle with some of the other new buildings that have come up, but average size is more like the older buildings in Seattle that are probably 850 square foot average mm-hmm. size. Mm-hmm. And we have one bedroom dens, and 2-bedroom, 2-baths. We have a handful of studios. And again, in between the two buildings is what we call the Avenue. That's the plaza that's very, very pedestrian friendly, very beautiful, with lots of retail in between.
Yeah, which really that's kind of the heart of the project. And sort of, there were a few intentions that the developer had here, specifically creating more of a pedestrian friendly zone in downtown Bellevue, creating something that was unique architecturally and really creating a brand new community. So we're looking at this is a new neighborhood in downtown Bellevue.
Very cool. And then off of that pedestrian way or the avenue, is there retail residences, or what is that going to look like?
Yes, so the 30,000 square feet of retail component, along with the hotel lobby, all the activity from the hotel lobby off of the avenue. Gotcha. So it's got, lobby bar, check-in lobby, space, and just there'll be constantly life, valet parking guys out there taking your cars away. And then we've also got restaurants and shopping all along the avenue with water features, and it's just very European feel. Mm-hmm. And I think it will become and this was the developer's goal, was it for it to become someplace where everybody comes to in Bellevue and meets and has coffee or goes to lunch with their friends or to dinner, and you meet. He hopes that everybody says, I'll just meet you at the Avenue.
Yeah. So it's more of a public space versus something
Correct.
that's condominium
Yes.
or hotel,
Exactly.
hotel amenity.
Yep.
Exactly.
So there's food and drink opportunities for people, but a beautiful place to walk and feel good. And you're right next to Bellevue Square Mall, so we think it's sort of a natural for that, for people
Yep.
to gather there.
Yeah, I mean, we're already, having people say, "Oh, are you working on that really cool curvy building in downtown Bellevue?" So it's very iconic, which was a huge component of this project.
When creating an icon and a real sense of place, the considerations are immense. To create a locale that has an identity, you must be intentional. The materials, glass, steel, stone, even the location and where it sits is critical in relation to the views. These are what bring you closer to sky, water, and mountains. Avenue is much more than just a structure. This is a vibrant new neighborhood, a place to gather and be the place in downtown Bellevue.
Nice. It's gorgeous. So you do get some spanning views then. You said 26 stories was the tallest for the
Yeah, Estates Tower, yes, on top of the hotel is 26 stories, but these are 10-foot floors, so it's quite tall.
Mhm.
And the residence tower is 25 stories
Okay.
with 9-foot to 11-foot ceiling heights, depending on what floor you're on. So the views, I think once we're able to take people in, everybody will be surprised at how much better the views of the lake, mountains, city of Seattle, Olympic Mountains behind Seattle, even the Cascades to the east. So I think people will be very impressed with the views.
Wonderful. Do you want to talk about a little bit about pricing?
Sure. So the Estates Tower is, again, extremely high end, extremely, custom, Italian cabinets from Ernesto Maida, polyform closets, Jessie faucets. So it's sort of the best of the best. Gaggenau, top of the line of, appliances. And pricing at the estates, we have some homes underneath these price points. For the bulk of the homes, Tatum, correct me if I'm wrong, I'd say the bulk of the homes are going to be priced from about 1.8 million up to a non-penthouse up to about $4 million. So about 1.8 to $4 million for what we have remaining. Penthouses are in the 7.5 to 8.5 range. We have one that sold for close to 15 million, but it's enormous. It's 2 units combined. And then we do have a handful of homes in the lower portion of the building that are a little bit less than that, more like the 1.3 to 1.8 zone. Residence Tower, we have homes from about $1 million and this is remaining inventory because we're about half sold for the project. So we did have some homes a little bit less expensive in the beginning, but they've sold. But remaining inventory at Residence Tower, about $1 million to about 2.5 million. And a lot of homes in the 1.4 to 1.8. That's a big chunk of it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And so that $1 million price, what is that square footage?
You're looking at anything from about just shy of 600 square feet up to about 750 square feet, 725 square feet.
Okay. And then we also talked a little bit offline about parking and how you guys are handling that within the building per unit.
Sure. Residence Tower, 224 homes. Again, we're about 50% sold or just slightly over. Every home comes with at least one parking. We like to give the 2 bedrooms 2 parking or an option to purchase a second stall. We are putting people that now want to purchase a second stall on a wait list just to make sure that we have enough for everybody. And we have been selling and have not changed prices. The parking is $79,000 for your additional stall, but we'll put you on a wait list right now. But everybody gets parking, and for the most part, 2 bedrooms get 2. In the Estates Tower, again, every home gets one. If the home costs more than 2.5 million, it gets two. Penthouses come with 3 parking. And again, if you want extra parking, it was 79 grand, and we'll put you on a wait list right now. One of the other things about parking I meant to mention earlier is that we went, really overboard to try to get as many opportunities for people to have EV chargers. So I think we have capability for about 275 EV stalls.
Yeah.
And what we've done is, people that we're a little bit late in the game now. So what we've done is we've provided conduit where it can be pulled into 275 stalls, but we've, have a lot of people that upgraded and had us put in the full charger. So we're super EV capable here.
Good.
Yeah, we try to future-proof as much as possible.
Yeah. That honestly is one of the things we're running into, as you know, in a lot of the resale buildings too. It's, that you don't have that capability in the buildings, and you have to, because that's just a fact of our life moving forward.
Oh
yeah, nobody thought about it, 15 years ago, and then it's very expensive to to pull up the capability on the electrical grid for it. So the developer does spend quite a bit of money. I think for our projects, it was probably an extra, couple $1 million to get us to where we could handle 275 EV stalls.
Yeah, well, I think that was definitely very smart and a move for the future for sure.
Yeah. One of the other things we didn't really talk about either is that the hotel components, there are some hotel style amenities that are then available to both of the towers. So of course, being an estates homeowner, you have more of those available. But even as a buyer in the residence tower, they will have room service and housekeeping available on a pay-per-use. So it is really nice that you don't have to live just right above to have some of those amenities.
Nice. And so the residents will have their own concierge too, I'm assuming.
Correct.
Yes, each building has its own. Each building operates independently with their own concierge staff,
Very cool.
maintenance teams, that sort of thing.
Got it. And what are the elevated services that you get at the estates?
Tatum?
Valet parking, we're more of a up-level porter type of service. Also the fact that, you're also going to have all of the, I guess the concierge is just kind of not be at your beck and call, but they're going to
The
homeowners get primo service.
Yeah. Who is the management company for the building?
Yes.
Oh, that's something new. Yeah, that everybody should know. It's Benchmark is the property manager for the project.
Okay.
And they are also the Intercontinental Hotel manager.
Got it.
They will they've already hired the hotel manager. It's a very, very European, high touch concierge style feel because of how they run the hotel, and that carries through to the other projects. Yep.
That's very, very important when you have, especially these mixed use hotel and condo buildings, because there's a certain expectation of service and hospitality, basically.
Yes. And I think people are going to be very excited about that. The hotel manager and his team will be doing the building tour. When we show the buyers that have purchased, when they get close to closing, we'll do the construction walkthroughs and that sort of thing. But the Benchmark folks are going to be doing the building amenity tour and show them throughout the building so that they'll understand how the hotel component works and how the condominium component works. So I think that's going to be very pleasant for everybody to see how well they do.
Yeah, definitely a little bit more high touch.
Yes.
Exactly.
Is it the south? So you consider the south tower is the
Estates.
The estates. Okay.
Yeah, and we came up with that just because physically on the site, it's on the southern side of the site, and the residence towers on the west side of the site.
There's balconies on every residence and estate's home, is that right?
With the exception of the studios at the residences, everyone has their own outdoor space.
Is there anything else you'd want to touch base on?
Yeah, one of the really nice features, just because Tatum and I, now that the buildings are coming quite far along, we're in the buildings frequently to just walk and check units. But we spent a lot of time the other day on the 11th floor of the estates, and one portion of the estates unit owners lounge is on the 11th floor. There's quite a bit of outdoor space. People have seen some of our renderings where there's the kind of a nano wall that's just open, looking straight west out towards the city of Seattle on the 11th floor. And from the 11th floor, you can see Maidenbower Bay and the lake,
Wow.
Seattle, and the Olympics, even from the 11th floor. So it's pretty amazing views. But there's also a really fantastic, completely covered patio area with an outdoor fire pit that's quite large and, geared for 24, or 12-month a year use. Pretty amazing. I was super surprised at how great the views were and how nice that space is. So
that's a part of like a club,
owners can be very happy.
like a club room or a terrace level for.
Yeah. And a little kitchen for, hosting parties and things like that.
Yep. What are some of the other amenities? And I'm assuming there's fitness, and you want to just kind of do a recap of what the overall amenity package is?
Yeah, sure. For the estates, there's, these owners lounges, and there's actually, 4 sections to it that are, interior with a patio that are pretty large. And then the 5th space is where the kitchen area will be, and the fire pit and a huge covered patio. There's a large fitness area that the unit owners, it's for the hotel, but the estates unit owners get to use that gym. Dog walking area as well, and washing station. And then most of the estates is just geared more for, you can have the valet park your car if you like. You can utilize the Rolls-Royce house car to run you around Bellevue for dinner and things like that if you like, as well as the concierge from the hotel and the the heightened level of service. Residence tower, it's a little bit more of a traditional setup. Tatum, you can run through that one, but it's the gym, owner's lounge, obviously the concierge.
Yes. Yeah. And of course, there's a fitness facility, there's a spin room, a yoga room, and then they also have their own outdoor dog space and dog wash. And then, of course, their concierge team.
Gotcha. And where are those tucked in the building?
second floor on the residence tower, so west side.
Okay. Very cool. As far as homeowners dues, what do you guys price per square foot right now?
So we're getting the latest updated budget now that we've, the building's almost complete, so they can get hard numbers for everything. But they're about like we've thought. I think in the residence, Tatum, are we about 89, 90 cents a square foot, something like that?
We're right around 99 cents a square foot in the residence tower, and then right around $1.26 on the estates tower currently.
Gotcha. Okay. And then you're set, I know you just touched on it for completion this year, obviously, but do you have kind of a targeted, is it fall or winter for the holidays? What do you guys think?
I think fall is a pretty safe bet. We're, they're kind of fine tuning the projections for TCO. But I would say that this fall, whether that's a September or October, I couldn't pin down, but I would say certainly before the holidays.
Gotcha. Well, very exciting. Like I said, it's amazing how much progress that you guys have made just in the last couple of months. So it's definitely kind of come into formation. I think one of the cranes just went away, and the other one's about ready to be removed off the residences.
Yep, yeah. Residence crane is down, and have been removed, and the estates crane will come down in a couple of weeks, and they'll be pulling the man lifts off and just operating the internal elevators with the construction team here shortly. It's amazing when you go on the site. As I say, the amount of people working over there is, amazing. It's 500-600 people on site every day.
That's crazy. That's a lot of people.
A lot of people. It's a lot of coordinating. A lot of coordination.
And so where is your office right now? So if someone's interested in coming in and popping into the sales gallery, what are your guys' hours?
We have 2 offices. So for the residence tower, it's actually the adjacent to the site. So it's pretty much right across the street from the QFC and the Bartels.
It's 810 102nd Avenue Northeast.
Gotcha.
Yep. And then our estates sales office is actually on the 22nd floor of Lincoln South, of 2 Lincoln South.
Okay.
So it's in that same elevator bank as Ascend Restaurant. We're just on the 22nd floor. And, both offices have a 2-bed, 2-bath fully built out. So you can touch, feel, see everything. And we are by appointment Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Very cool.
And if you are interested in the residence tower, it's helpful to go to the residence tower sales office, because we have the model unit built out that represents the residence tower fit and finish and unit floor plans. If you come to the estate sales office, you'll get the much larger model, which represents the fit and finish of the estates. So there is a difference between the 2 offices.
So, and then just to recap, as far as you guys are over 50% sold.
Between the 2 towers, there's 365 units, 224 residences, 141 estates. We're a little over halfway sold on the residence tower, and we're just slightly under 50% sold on the estates tower.
Gotcha.
Totaling, it averages just a hair over 50% of the 365.
Well, good. Well, as we work our way through spring and into summer, we'll definitely be seeing more, reservations as buyers are starting to come out, and we're all feeling kind of the momentum of the market for the new construction stuff downtown Seattle specifically, and all the buildings are seeing more buyers showing up, and you guys definitely have unique product, high-end luxury product, right in, ground zero, right in the, the best location really in Bellevue.
We definitely feel that for sure.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. It's right there.
Yeah. I mean, and that's one of the things where, yes, we'll talk about views, but it is like, that's the big component where, we talk about it's the corner of Main and Main.
Yep.
But you're not going to get much better than this.
No, it's literally in the heart, and everything will be built kind of around it type thing, right? You're creating, like you said, a new neighborhood. That side, of the street definitely needs the residential component and needs a little bit more of a meshing with Bell Square and everything that's happened on the other side. So this is a really good addition to downtown Bellevue for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, well, good. Very exciting. And I'm looking forward to kind of seeing the finished product there, and we'll certainly kind of continue to update everyone on the progress. Anything else we missed? I think we pretty much hit everything.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, hopefully we're looking forward to being able to take people, into the building sometime probably in May. So I think that'll be a huge opportunity for people to see the finished product
Yeah.
at least on the lower floors.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good. Well, thank you for your time today.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Ashley.
You bet. Have a good day.
You too.